honestly. Alright, it just warned me about something, and I don't know what. Oxygen's low. What? What? Why is OBS acting so weird? Okay. I gotta get to a compartment real fast. Oh, here. This'll do. There. Problem resolved. Now I can tangle with why OBS is being weird. Why is OBS being weird? Okay, now OBS has caught up. Is it caught up over here? Because honestly, I just cannot today. I just cannot with issues today. Thank you. Okay, should be back on track. At least we're back on track over there. We're back on track over here? Looks like it. Okay. So, anyway, I figured out a lot of the model issues was one of the reasons why I wasn't live yesterday. Was figuring out model issues, which was, you know, that was part of it, which, okay. And then, of course, the software that I wanted to use just decided it didn't want to work anymore, so that was... that was one problem that I had. So that was one issue that I ran into that we had a lot of fun with. The other issue that I got to run into that we had a lot of fun with is where the stream title comes in for today. We have a decision to make. Decision that we need to make for today. Do we want to continue with Eden Crafters? Is going to be the decision we need to make for today. Because I can see it from a mile off. This gameplay is about to get real repetitive, real fast. Right? Like, the only real big difference from planet to planet is there's a new disaster for each planet, which is fine. But like when we look at the last planet, right? On Ocean World, or Marina, whatever you want to call it, the last disaster was you had... oh, ads are in progress, so we're going to have to wait anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and move over to Island B. Right, we're over here on Island A. We want to move over to Island B. This is where we're going to start setting up all of our stuff again. And we wanted to aim for right there. So let's go get... let's go get our plane. And we'll set up on Island B. Yeah? Besides, it looks like we're going to get a meteor strike on this island in an hour soon, which, if the meteor strike takes this island out, I might just rage quit this game anyway. I'm not kidding. If it takes this island out and we lose everything, I might still just rage quit this game anyway. I am struggling with this one for reasons that I will explain in a couple of minutes, in about a minute. Okay. Where's my plane? I left it here. Okay. not there we want to head for. It's not there we want to head for. It's over here on this island, right? This is the new place we want to head for. Yes? Yeah, around about here. Alright. Exit. Set up our new build zone. Okay. George. Alright. Let's set up our new build. Okay. So, here's the thing, right? One of the reasons why I had been continuing with this particular game was the draw of, hey, you can have different disasters per planet, right? That looked really cool. You know, different disasters for each planet looked really fun. But like on the last planet that we were on Marina, Ocean World, whatever you want to call it, the last planet that we were on had the disaster, right, had the one disaster of, I'm just going to start putting down stuff. I'm not even thinking right now. It's not the way to do this. Had the one disaster that we were looking at of the tsunamis, right? So it had the disaster of tsunamis are approaching. You have to send up a meteor, or you have to send out a, what's it? Words, I hate it. You have to send out a rocket to grapple the moon, to divert the moon, to get rid of the tsunamis, right? I was okay with that. That was cool. So this one, we have the task of, you have asteroids are coming to destroy your planet. But to stop the asteroids from destroying your islands, it's the exact same thing. Create a rocket platform. Create rocket. Send up rocket to stop them from destroying your islands. It's the exact same thing. Right? So it's like, here's the thing. Here's what I am seeing as the gameplay. And this is just going to be a very repetitive loop. Land. Set up base. Set up basic, set up all of the same basic automations. It's all going to be the same per planet. Discover random disaster. Create rocket platform. Launch rocket. After rocket has been launched, then we can do whatever from there. Right? Launch rocket. After rocket launch, then you can do whatever you want from there. Like then you go ahead and terraform planet, build whatever. It's the same loop over and over and over and over and over again. So the thing is if it is going to be the same loop over and over and over again, how interested is everybody in seeing the same loop over over and over and over again. Like, how interested are y'all in watching that? Is that something that you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm cool with watching the same loop happen like 400 times? Or is that something where you're like, I mean, the first time it was cool, the second time, sure. The third time, it went into really territory. By the 15th time, though, we're entering, you're kidding, right? Situations, you know? I feel like is kind of where we're headed. Actually, let's put a thing here. I feel like that's kind of what we're looking at, right? First time, cool, I get it. Second time, awesome. Okay. Third time, are you serious? By the fourth time, it's got to be like, really? This is what we're doing, huh? Okay. It's just like, it gets... It's got to get really repetitive at some point, you know? So it's just like, my question is, how interested are we in watching this same loop over and over? I know I said I was going to finish all of the planets. There are 2 planets left after this. Right? There are 2 planets left after this. So the question becomes, how interested are we in seeing this same gameplay loop again and again and again? Is it, or do we just want to like stick around until we see whatever disaster it is that we're solving? Because like, here's the thing. If like it had been, hey, your particular issue for this island is, or for this planet is asteroid strikes. You're going to have to create shield generators for each island that you develop. That would have been one thing, right? Asteroid strikes, create shield generators. Cool. Cool. I would have been down with that. That's different. But it's not. It's asteroid strike, create rocket. Okay. My husband even mentioned, you know, what if they'd like made it a mini game? Asteroid incoming. Now you've got to play this like little mini game of, you know, kind of like the old school asteroids where you like have to destroy the incoming asteroids or whatever. You know, that would have been interesting. You know, asteroid strike incoming. Do something about it. That would have been fun. But instead it's like asteroid strike, build rocket, deploy rocket. Kinda done after that. Okay. Cool, I guess. Fun. I don't know. I guess to me it just seems kind of like repetitive gameplay, and I don't know how down I am with that, right? Like, if I weren't streaming, I'd probably be a little more okay with it. But like, here's the other thing that I have an issue with currently. This is just a personal issue for me. I find games like Satisfactory and all that, like, on my borderline of stressful. I don't know why, I just do. They're on my stressful borderline, okay? And unfortunately, with the fact that I am currently switching from Windows to Linux, I am already at my stress maximum, which sucks. I'm like, That's not Stream's fault. I recognize that. I fully understand that. If anything, I blame Windows for that because it's their stupid fault for making their dumb decisions the way they are and deciding that they want to. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. I don't want this here. But like, it's not like anybody's fault in particular that this is happening. It's just I'm already like on my stress threshold edge. So it's like the question is like how much at this point can I take? Did I plant? Oh, I did plant a rocket platform on the other. Do we want to destroy the rocket platform on the other island and bring it over here just in case? How much resources do we lose if we lose that sucker? Kind of a lot, actually. Alright, look, let's just go destroy it. We'll bring it over here just in case. Where's my ship? Alright. I tried to press X to get out of my ship. I swear to heaven's sakes alive. Okay. So it's just like the question that I honestly have is just like, do we consider this gameplay loop to be just a little too repetitive? Right? Like, is this gameplay loop just a little too repetitive? Is it something that like, nah, it's fine, I'm cool with it? Or is this just a little too repetitive? Is this just like something that we don't want to deal with anymore? You know? That's kind of the question that I have. I pressed X to get out of the ship again. I swear to heaven's sakes alive. Okay. Hang out up there for me for a little bit. I might move it later. We'll see. Alright. I do have to go back over here. So it's just like, that's kind of what I'm looking at, is like, is this something that we want to continue with? is the question. And I guess the other question then becomes, if this is something that we don't want to continue with, what do we do next? Which I'm thinking might be the kindergarten games, because I did just get those as well. But I don't know. I don't know. Oh, if I lose all of this, I am just gonna cry. Okay. I'll hang on to these just in case we lose this island. I don't want to lose all this. Alright, where did I leave my plane? That is definitely not my plane. That is a water collector. Alright. So yeah, I guess my question overall is just, how interested are we in continuing this one? Alright, furniture. I don't know. I don't know if I get an answer or not. I may never get an answer. Because yeah, they're saying another high impact threat expected in over an hour. I don't know what over an hour means to them, but I don't think we're going to be able to solve this planet's issues in over an hour. We'll see. We'll see what we do. Alright, let's move on. We press on, right? We get a forge. We say we go from there to there. We say, give me a belt, go from there to there. Give me no, just one splitter, actually. 1 parts producer. 2 parts producer. And another belt. From there to there, from there to there, from there to there. Now, this gets another splitter. Okay. From there to there. This gets another parts producer. From there to there. And now we stick in a warehouse. I don't think that worked the way I wanted to. No, that did. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, and then this would be all right, now that's copper. I need a second iron node, which we have one right here. This is the rocket site. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. So then. It's telling me that there isn't a node there, when there absolutely is. And it's absolutely in range of the drone. So I don't know what it's telling me. But okay. So then, we do that. Now, let's go. George. All right, give me, in case you haven't guessed, I am setting everything back up on this island, just in case we lose everything on the first island. Because, honestly, I think I'm about to lose everything on the first island. I know we got lucky with the first hit. Like, I know I got lucky with that first hit. See, for some reason, frustrate me. See, for some reason, it doesn't register that there's a node there when I try to plant with George when I'm over there. I would think that's because I'm out of range, but I'm definitely not out of range with George. But okay. Whatever. This is 110% not out of range. Okay. That's where I wanted to go. Alright. So just in case we lose everything on the first island, because like I know we didn't lose anything when it hit on the first island. Like I know we didn't, but I honestly think we got lucky. Like if I'm honest with you, I think we got lucky. And I think it didn't exactly hit that first island. So I don't think it took it down. think we got very, very lucky, and it didn't take anything down because we got very lucky. It didn't, because, where are we? Here, when it hit the first time, it hit like right there on that little edge. It like hit right out here the first time. So I'm like, maybe it didn't hit like close enough for it to be a problem. But like, according to the map this time, it's gonna hit right here. Which is like, oh, that's close enough for it to be a problem. Like, that is absolutely close enough for it to be a problem. Like, that's 1010% close enough to be a problem. Do I think it's going to take this island down? $60-40 against. I think it's going to destroy some stuff. But I don't think it's going to take it down. I don't think so anyway. If it does take that island down, that might be just a little unfair to the player. But we'll see. We'll see now, won't we? That's the wrong one. This is the right one. This is the one I'm currently working on. 6, please. Not enough beams. Okay. I can fix that. I can fix that. Ugh. We're just gonna make 100 of those, I think. Just so that I have a couple of them lying around for when I need them. We might need a few of those. Just because. Just because. Yeah. Okay. So I know I said I wanted to do all of the planets on this, but I might just like not. But like the thing is that this game is still in early access, right? So like here's the thing is we might like wait till it comes out of early access. Cause like I launched it this morning, right? And you saw it when I launched it, right? It didn't have that co-op button before. The co-op button is new, so they're still working on it. Right? So that's positive. At least I don't think it had that co-op button before. The co-op button is new. And I don't know why it told me that I had to launch Steam and relaunch the game, because Steam was definitely launched. Like, I turned on Steam and relaunched the game 3 times before I even started stream. So I don't know what its malfunction was there, but okay. So like, that's a thing. Right? So they're obviously still working on it, so that's cool. I appreciate that. This is cobalt. We're going to need that. This is basalt. We're going to need that. Do we need a refiner for the basalt? I forget. Does basalt concrete need a refiner or... Yeah, it needs a refiner. Okay. Did not mean to do the rock thing. Okay, refiner. We need filters. Boo. Alright, George. 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 George, why do you refuse to work with me? I'm not asking much. I'm really not. Thank you. It's gonna be like, George, I swear to heaven's sakes alive, it is right there. Like, it is right there, George. Okay. How are we doing over here? Only 84? Alright. Okay. Alright. There we go. That's better. Thank you. Okay. Filters, please. Thank you. That's all I needed. Do you think we should just like... Should probably just like get sulfur ore stored up, just the sulfur itself, right? Probably just the sulfur itself, right? Because we do need just the sulfur ore for the filters. Right? Probably a good plan, right? Because, like, we need the filters for the refiners, right? And we need just the sulfur ore itself for the filters. We don't need the sulfur ore refined into anything to make the filters. So, yeah, okay. That's fair. Alright. We'll put it into 1. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. That's what we want to see. Thank you. Alright. Now, I would like to see 8 is a refiner. Yes, yes, 8 is a refiner. Cool, thank you. Give me a number 4. Go from there to there. Oh, we're so close to doing that nice and clean. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Okay, there we go. And then we go from there. Nope, 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 nope. Very close, though. Okay, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. It shifted at the last second, which I hate it when it does that. right there. Alright. Okay. Try that again. That is a number 3. I wanted a number 4. Perfect. And then we want from there... No, not build that. Seriously, not build that. I wanted to build this. Thank you. Pipe, please. Go from there into there. Perfect. Perfect! Alright, cool. And then I think we do need to set the refinery. Done. Okay. This is collecting that. Okay, cool. And then that's copper. Okay, so first off, we need food. There we go. So for copper, we are talking... We're gonna need copper bars eventually, aren't we? I think so. Where's the alloy? Have I unlocked alloy yet? I don't think so. Technically, no. We haven't unlocked alloy yet. So... I'm just gonna say no, we're not gonna need copper bars. And we're gonna take our lumps on that when the time comes. I am gonna say plates and wires. So we're gonna need a forge to turn the copper into copper bars, into copper ingots. Then we're gonna need parts producers to go plates and wires. Okay. So give me a number 7. Give me, whoa. There we go. Give me another 100 of those or so. Just so that we can continue to set up over here everything that I have a feeling we're about to lose over there. That's why I feel like this one's going to be much slower than the other ones, because if we're going to have to worry... Like, it was hard enough on Ocean Island having to worry about, like, a tsunami coming along and, like, taking down all of my power equipment. But, like, at least then it was just like, okay, it's an annoyance, but at least I can just put up all of my power equipment again. But if, like, we're talking about a meteor coming and taking down all of my warehouses, that's an entirely different kettle of fish. I'm assuming that it's not going to do that. Is that an incorrect assumption? I don't know. I don't know. We're going to have to find out. That's the only thing I can say is I don't know. All right. You know what? Let's stop it there for now. Just because I don't have the patience. Again, patience may be a virtue, but it's not mine. Oh, do I not have you guys set? I don't, do I? Okay, you're just supposed to do plates and bars. Because you're doing plates, bars, and gears. Yeah. Okay. So then, we want, give me a number 5, please. And I did want to turn it so that it was going this way now. Actually, let's start with a 0. And then we can go like here and here. Then we can go 5, there to there. Then we can go a number 4 from there to there, from there to there. Don't do that to me. That is not what I wanted you to do. Give me a number 4 again, from there to there. Nope. Thank you. Give me another number 4 from there to there, from there to there, from hither to skither, from thither to thither. And then give me wires and plates. Thank you. Okay. And then we need so here's the question. Do we want to do silica, glass, and ceramics off of 1 quartz deposit or 2? I feel like it's probably smarter to go silica and glass off 1 and then ceramics off another. Yeah? So like we come out here. We say boop. We say to do ceramics. It does need to be silica to do ceramics, right? Yes. Okay. And then for silica, I think we need a forge. Yes. Okay. So then we take a forge. And we go here. And we take a forge. And we go here. Yeah. Okay, and then we go number 4. And we go from here to there. And we go number 4. And we go from here to there. Okay. Alright. So then. Ceramics is the refinery, right? Yeah. Ceramics is the refinery. Glass is the parts creator. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to say number 8 right about oh, I hate that. I wish the pipe was on the other side to do that. Is there no way we can shift that? Because, like, I want to do it this way. I want the pipe to be on this side, and I want it to go this way. But there's no way to shift the pipe to the other side. Shift goes down. What about Control? Alt? No. So, like, that's where I want it to go. Alright. Fine. Here's what we do. Here's what we do. We do, that's not what I want. That is. We say, we go here. Shift it just a little bit this way. We go number 4. We go from here to skither. We go from hither. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Not what we want. Try that again. From hither to skither. Now, we say, give me a number 9. Give me a number 9. Actually, can I put this like right here? Give me a number 3. Go from here to here-ish. Kind of like that. Cool. Kind of like that. Good enough. This is going to make ceramics. Cool. That was not what I wanted. Get back out there, George. We're not done with you. Okay, so then next up we are going to say from the forge we are going to want a okay. Something to that effect. Okay, and then this is going to make glass. Yes. Yes? Yeah. Alright, cool. Cool. And then that will get us ceramics, silica, glass. That should also get us everything we need for copper. It won't register that I can click that. So that should get us copper plates, copper wire, ceramics, silica, glass. That should get us basalt concrete, iron plates, iron rods, and gears. More iron plates and iron rods over there. Plus we have sulfur started. We need refined concrete, which is going to have to go into number 4 over here. And we are also going to need regular concrete, which we will deal with in a second. Okay. There we go. This is going to be refined concrete. Or refined cobalt, sorry. Wrong words. There we go. Alright. Perfect. So that sets that up. That sets that up. Is there a rock deposit around here somewhere? Because if there's a rock deposit, we'll take it into 2 or 3 on this one. If not, then we'll have to get another one. Doesn't look like it. I mean, there's a nice couple of big rock deposits back here. Yeah. That could do. Okay, so here's what we want to do. We want a forge going from here to here. We want to go from here to here. We want to go from here. Not quite like that. There we go. Something to that effect. To there. And then, no. No. Yeah. Like that to that. There we go. And then that'll get us concrete in here. Okay. Perfect. So we're remaking Island B. Or Island A on Island B. Should this be necessary? No! Is it necessary? I don't know. I don't know if it's necessary or not. Okay. We need sensor arrays and microscopes. What do we need to build that? Gold, I think. Gold is not found on either of these islands. We have to go to the hot islands, right? In order to find gold, we have to go to these guys, I think. And I'm not sure we're ready to do that. Okay. Alright. So. What else do we need set up on this island before we're ready to start looking into Island B? Well, Island C at this point. We need rubber. Okay, I can do that. Alright, so we are going to need... That is going to have to come from 1 and go over here. I mean, we could just connect because we do have iron plates in here. Right, because the only thing we need that for is filters right now. As far as I know, the only thing we need that for is filters. Right? Like, I mean, they do give us sulfur ore is used in the refiner to create sulfuric acid. But so far, sulfuric acid hasn't been used to create anything. Right? What do we need for this? An antenna, a microscope again, and a controller. Okay. By the way, can I make a controller with what I've got? Please. Yes. Okay, cool. Alright, George. Thank you. Thank you. Call that guy in. Let him recharge, because we're going to need him to recharge in a minute. Okay, so... Also, now that we have sulfur, we can actually get some more vehicle energy cells now that we have a way to get sulfur. We can get some more vehicle energy cells going. So that we can then pop those in. Done! Okay. Done. Now, I was looking at what we needed to do. So yeah, like we have the idea of alloys, but we don't have the recipes for them yet. Which, okay, fair, I guess, but like... In order to get the gold, we're gonna have to go to the third island. So... Right, we were setting up, we want to set up rubber. So rubber belts and rubber. Which means... I need that. Okay. I feel like we probably want to set it up over here. I know it doesn't make much sense, but it will. Okay. Here's what I think we're gonna do for this. Why is it sinking down? I don't want it to sink down. Alright. Let's actually head out so we can actually... It's dangerous to head out because we won't have air, but alright. But if I head out, then I can come here. And we can do this. And here's what we're actually going to... See, now it won't sink down. That's what I want to do. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to set it up a little bit further back. We're going to set up 2 different greenhouses. That is not at all what I wanted to do, but I appreciate the attempt. Okay. Why is that not working the way I want it to? Okay. See, that's why you don't hang out here. Because it tells you don't have enough oxygen. Alright. Give me a portable oxygen bubble. Thank you. Helps when running forward if you're pressing the move forward button. Alright, let's talk to George. Now, I think in order to do this, we need 2 parts creators for rubber belts. Yes. Okay. So then here's what we're going to do. We're going to go rubber belts equals parts, and then we're going to go boop, 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 boop. Okay? And then we're going to say rubber, 2 belts. Now, we're going to take this guy. Put it right about here-esque. Give me a number 9. Thank you. Put that there. Give me a number 3. Put that there. Give me yet another parts creator. Give me a number 4. Go here to here, here to here. Set that to rubber. Yeah? So that way we get rubber and rubber belts. It's not horrible, right? Okay. Now, that recreates all of our basic, right? All of our basic parts. With the exception of the saw blade, which we can't do anyway, right? That gets us the iron rods, the iron plates, the copper plates, the rubber, the cables, the gears, the rubber belts, glass planes. We can't do the insulation layers yet, can't do that yet. Don't need to do that, don't need to do that, don't need to do that. Got all that done. Okay, cool. So then, that means the next thing we get to work on is everything from the assembling bench, right? All of this stuff down here is our next issue. Now, we do have that all working on Island A. So I shouldn't have to set that all up on Island B. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to. But I'm going to. Because I'm very worried that even though I shouldn't have to, I am going to have to. Because I get the very distinct feeling we are about to lose Island A. Here is the one thing that we are going to do over here. Oh, nobody will know that old one. Anyway. Not enough circuit boards. That is actually a fairly easy fix. We all know this. We all love it. I can just come here and say circuit boards. Easy fix. Okay. Am I doing all this for nothing? Probably. Probably. But I'd rather be over-prepared than under-prepared. You know? You know? I'd rather have too many resources and be spoiled for choice than not enough resources and be very upset. You know? Honestly, I might end up very upset anyway. I'm just saying. I might end up curled up crying in a corner anyway. That might very well be a thing that happens. I'm not gonna lie. But okay. We will be alright. So, I actually think I can put the extra stuff that I'm carrying on me, I think I can put it into at least one of my extra warehouses. I have a couple of extra warehouses I have lying around, extra slots in some of my warehouses that I have lying around. Which, I have that because they just have empty slots right now. And yes, I am going to continually build more warehouses. Why not? Almost done. So, if a meteor comes and wipes out my central island, do you think a second meteor can come and bring it right back? And if a second meteor comes and brings it right back, does it bring it right back, you know, without all my stuff on it or with all my stuff on it? Okay. This is where we were aiming for. Alright. George, you are going to be right here. Thank you. Okay, now, for my next trick, we are going to say an assembly machine, please. The only thing I want from here is actually filters, and that is, I believe, on 1 and 3? 1 and 5. Okay, I can do that. Thank you. That's all I needed. Okay. That was our first major one. By the way, George, can you talk to this warehouse, please? Thank you. I want to put some stuff in here. Thank you. Yeah. I want to just put some stuff hanging out in here. It's just extra stuff. I'll just put some extra stuff in here as well. Just extra stuff. Thanks. Appreciate ya. That way I don't have to carry stuff around. Appreciate you, George. Okay, so. Next up. We are going to have to be back here for our next bit. Alright, so. Is this more iron? This is more iron, isn't it? Ooh. I might use that. That is very tempting, and we might use that. Not gonna lie to you. That is very tempting, and I might use that. Okay. Okay. Alright, so what to do next? I think that's just basalt. That's up. I want it to go down. Yeah, pretty sure that's just basalt. Okay. Alright, so next up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Do we need to build antennas? Probably should, right? How many antennas have we been using? Just one there? What about like for like the rockets or anything? Sensor arrays, AI chips. Doesn't look like we need to like build antennas, like automate them. So far I'm not seeing antennas needing to be like automated. I don't know, maybe we should just to be safe. I mean, like, so far I'm only seeing like one or two here or there. I'm not seeing like we need like 1,000 of them. Right? Like just one here, one there. That requires 3 each. Okay. Yeah, alright. We'll add antennas to the list. Alright, we'll add antennas to the list. That's fine. So 1, 2. Why did you jump there? Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 items that we would need to automate. Okay. Of those 6 items that need to be automated, 2 are going to use copper plates. 2 are going to use iron rods. Yeah, we already have that automated, so it doesn't matter. 2 are going to use cables. 3 are going to use rods. Right? Okay, 3 are going to use iron rods. That's... Ooh. Okay. 3 are going to use iron rods. 2 are going to use iron plates. 2 are going to use copper plates. Okay. 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 So that means we're going to need 2 warehouses back here. Probably go 1, 2. Right? 1, 2. For 6 items, because there's only 5 slots per warehouse. So we probably go 1, 2 warehouses back here. Probably a fair distance away. Yeah. So like 1, 2 warehouses, that's cool. We got that sorted. Now, the iron rods thing is what's really going to drive me nuts. Because 3 items are going to need iron rods. I think that's where this guy is going to come in handy. Like, it's bad enough that we're going to have to split the plates in 2, but like the iron rods are going to be a pain in the butt. So I think what we do is we tap this. We just go iron rods, iron plates. Maybe just iron rods. And then we supplement with iron rods here. What if we tap this, we go iron rods, iron plates, and then we just use this node purely into level 5 here to make beams. Ooh. Is it weird that I kind of like doing that? Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Let me dash out here. I don't like coming out here to build because you run out of oxygen, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a number 2, please. Alright, cool. Give me a number 7, please. Okay. Give me a number 4, please. Cool. Give me a number 5. Okay. That might actually have to move out a bit. Give me another number 5. Give me a number 4 from there to there. Give me 2 parts producers. I gotta go in. Okay. Do we just need 2 or do we need 3 items that use iron plates? I'll have to check in a second. That one's iron plates. That one we've already taken care of. Really? It's just the one? I thought there were 2. It would have been 2. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, that actually works in my favor. Okay. Okay. Hold up. Hold up a minute. That actually works in my favor. I have an even better plan. Okay. Can George actually handle it from here? Or do I have to come out there again? Perfect. Okay. Alright. So we want you ready for this? We're going to take a belt merger here. And then we're going to take it into an assembly machine here. Okay. That's not a number 4. That's a number 4. So we go from there to number 3. And then this is rods. This is plates. This is beams. Cool. And that will be a merger. So that will help out quite a bit. So that'll get us twice as many iron plates as it does iron rods, which doesn't sound like it would help out, but considering the fact that, like, it only takes, like, 1 iron ignite to make iron rods, and it takes like 2 to make an iron plate, it actually means that we could fill this up faster, and thusly we could like make more iron rods faster. Well, I don't know, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'll try. I'll give it my best. We'll see if that helps my situation at all. Okay, so next up, we're going to need a splitter on 2 up here. Right, because 2 is going to be used for antenna and hydraulic pistons. We're also going to need, all right, so we'll see about that. All right, so let's set up computer chips next, right? Which we'll set up on 5 over here. Well, all right. So we're going to need a splitter on 1. Do we need a splitter on silica? I don't think so. I don't think it's really used for anything else. I'm gonna go with no. Okay, so 1 and 4. Come on. Play nice. Ah, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Okay. And this gives us computer chips. I think that connected in. I'm gonna go with yes, that's connected. Okay. So that gets us computer chips automating. That gets us iron beams automating. We can go copper plates next. And we can put them over here. Yeah, why not? Right? Okay. Something to that effect. Antennae. Perfect. That is not what I wanted you to do, but cool, thanks, appreciate you. Just try that again. All right, cool, done. All right. That is right, right? I don't know, it's too dark to tell. I'm gonna say yes. Yes, correct. Alright. Cool. So, that gets us these 3 done. That one we're not doing. That's done. Three, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So it's just these 3 we need to do next. Right? Should we set up a second greenhouse for rubber belts? Rubber belts take a lot, right? Like, here's the thing, is like rubber belts are taking a lot to do. Is there a reason they're running so slow? Probably the belts is the reason they're running this slow. Like, if we could upgrade the belts, they would probably run faster. But until then, no. Not really. Okay. So if I do that, I don't think we'll be able to see the thing. Alright, that's as close as I can get to seeing what I want to see. Alright, and then we go from there to there, and then we go from 3 to the greenhouse. There we go. Okay, good, good, good. That's what I was really concerned about. Alright, and then we need 2 parts producers from there. Right? 1, 2. More or less. 1, 2. And then this first one is rubber, and then this second one is rubber belts. Done. That's about as good as I can do. Alright, so then we can take 1 from 1 and the other from 3. That's as good as I can do for keeping the rubber belts flowing, you know? Rather than splitting them is just to set up 2 dedicated rubber belts lines with their own dedicated greenhouses to go with it. Like, until we can upgrade the belts, that's as good as I can do. Okay, so that being the case, we need to set up where is wire? I think it's here on 2. We need a number 5 on number 2. Connect a number 4 into that. Alright. Now, give me a couple of parts producers here. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. first off, we want to go from here to here. That gets us iron rods. That goes with rubber belts. So from there we can take from 1 or 3. Let's take from 1. Okay. And then iron rod, rubber belts. Done. Okay. And then for this next one, we go from 3. Into here. Okay, and then we take this. From 2 into there. Cool. And then this is now rotors. And then for the last one, we are going to do computers. Close enough. All right, cool. All right, so that means we're going to go 5. I'm going to have to come out of my little hidey hut for this. All right. Around... That's not around the back. That's around the front. All right. This should be 5. 5 should be... Yes. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to want a nice, clean... There we go. Done. More or less. All right. There we go. Okie dokie. So that sets this whole island up just in case we lose the first one. Oh. Okay. So, I'm guessing these are supposed to be cave systems. Alright. So now that those islands are set up, just in case we lose that one, let's go. Get in my plane. And we will talk about where the Final Fantasy we're going next. It's got to be this one, right? We have copper, we have sulfur, we have iron, we have cobalt, we have quartz, we have gold, right? Iron, copper, quartz, cobalt, sulfur, gold. That ticks all the boxes. Iron, copper, quartz, cobalt, sulfur, gold. Yep. All right. Now, the only question is, can we make it there without falling? Because I cannot pilot this thing. See, I can't pilot this thing. I don't know why it's doing that, though. Like, I really wish I could tell you, but I have no idea why it's doing that. If I look to where I want to go, it nosedives. Which, I don't know why you'd think I find that frustrating. I don't know why you'd think that would frustrate me at all. Yeah, I know, I know, I know. High temperatures, you're going to die soon. Get me a base, please. Could you just, thank you. Kay has spotted something to bark at, and since it's Sunday, it's not the mailman. No, I can't tell you what it is. Okay. Up. Parcel service. Well, actually, it kind of was the mailman. It actually was USPS. They do special deliveries on Sundays. That's all they do on Sundays. But they do special deliveries on Sundays. Okay. So what if we were to say... Yeah, I hear you, I hear you. I'm dying. It's too hot. Alright, so we have copper, copper, graphite. That's good. Rocks, quartz. That's gold. That's what we really need. What's that? Don't know. Don't know. Probably won't know. Phosphate, we need that. So this is copper, copper, copper. This is gold. This is one of the things we really need. Wasn't there another gold I was looking at? Yeah, it's all the way over here. Really? Huh. Okay. Real quick then, George. Could you build me a solid right here? Just do me a quick little build, buddy. And then just give me a quick little boop. Thank you. Uh-huh. So there's gold out there. 2 gold there. I'm assuming there's got to be more up here, but I'm guessing it's out of his range, which is weird because his range is extending all the way out here. Right? Like, we didn't have this area before. Right? We established the range goes pretty far for this, because, like, I did not get all this before either. So I guess there really isn't anything out here. Okay. So this is probably, like, right here in the center is probably where we want to establish our main base. Well, we definitely want to start with right here, right? Because we want to go gold. We're going to need gold wire, which means we're going to need gold and copper. And we're going to need plated connectors, which means we're going to need gold ignits and copper ignits. I told you I was going to regret not having copper ignits. See? There we go. But at least I only regret it when we're here. Are we going to want to automate sensor rays? Probably, right? It's still saying that the high threat is in over an hour. So far we're still okay on that. Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, as long as they're like, take your time, I'm fine with that. I still have questions on sulfuric acid because they gave it to us, right? They're like, here, automate sulfuric acid. It's a crafting component and can be used to craft some advanced parts for machines. But yet, on the last island at least, it never came into play. Or on the last planet at least, it never came into play. But, to be fair, right? For the last island, we did not need to use a nuclear reactor to build the rocket, nor did we need osmium alloy, AI chips, or sensor rays. So I guess, I mean, there is a little bit of different variance between, I don't know. I don't know, is that enough of a variance though for me to want to continue playing this across all three, across 2 more planets is the question. And the answer is, I'm not entirely sure. I might take the weekend to think about it. I will be right back though. I do have to take a quick break. I will give you guys the break video. I will be right back. You know I'm working on that. Are you trying to help?
Wow, yeah. Jump in that snow. Run in that snow, doggy. Yeah.
Poor thing, it's up to her belly.
Yeah. Seems like she's having a ball, though.
She loves the deep snow. She absolutely loves the deep snow.
It's like, I don't know where to go. I'll just keep running.
I mean, like, she kind of hates it when it's just like, you know, a little bit of snow. But when it's deep like this, oh, she loves it.
There she goes.
Did she come back?
No, she's going fine.
It'll probably make him more anxious. Hey, I turned it off.
Sorry if I put too much video on your phone.
Don't worry about it. I have a thing to take care of that.
I kind of figure you did. Get it, Kay? Don't let that box get away with being unopened. You tell that box.
Pretty sure she already.
Doesn't seem like it.
She's just checking for more.
Oh, okay.
But now she kind of wants to know what's in the box.
Yeah.
And I both know this is her specialty.
Yes.
Oh, no, there's still some cookie rattling in there, huh?
It's okay, Kay. Open the box. Yeah. Get it.
All right. So, back to what we were doing. What was I doing? Right, we were setting up. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking warehouse here. Would help if I did not press E, if I pressed forward. Let's hit. Ooh. What if we actually hit warehouse here? Right. Struggling for circuit boards again. Okay. Not a big problem. We can fix that. Right? Like, not a big problem at all. We can fix that. There. Done. Here we go again! We can fix this real easy. Oh, land sakes alive. Okay, get me. There we go. Never mind. Got something done there. You. Okay. Problems resolved. Alright. My chat monitor went into sleep mode. Had to wake it up. I say my chat monitor. I decided to use my husband's computer as a chat monitor, so it went into sleep mode because I wasn't actively using it. Alright, so that being the case. Brain isn't working. You ever have days when your brain just decides not to work? Is that a thing for anybody else? Is that just me? Where you wake up and your brain just like quits? I feel like that happens most often on stream. And that's probably because more often than not, I try to keep talking. Like, I try to treat my stream kind of like a podcast or like a radio show or something, where I try to keep, like, talking nonstop. But, like, when you do that, there's that moment where you're like, and then your brain just, like, stops. The problem for me is when that happens mid-sentence. And your brain just, like, ends mid-sentence. And what are you supposed to do with that? Anyway, at least we're almost done. At least the people in ads aren't going to miss much. It's just sitting here waiting for circuit boards to finish. So where do you think the osmium is on this map? I think it's on the cold islands. I wonder what's on the cold islands. Question mostly for me that I am going to need in a few minutes anyway. I do not have that. George, can you find me a couple of quartz, please? Yeah, like, no, like that one. Yeah. And that one. Thanks, George. Appreciate you, bud. That's what I needed. Thank you, Georgie. I need that because I'm gonna run out of food soon. We're also gonna need, because I need to make more food, so we're gonna need a workbench, which I have plenty of stuff to build a workbench, actually. So we're just gonna throw one of those up so I can make a workbench. Just so I can make more food in a few minutes, because we're gonna need more food. I know, insane, isn't it? Alright. Speaking of, George, my dear. Back to work, my friend. We wanted right about here-ish. Yeah? I don't know. I feel like that's a little too close. Okay. Demolish it. We'll take it. We'll put it a little further back. Okay. Try that again. Let's put it back here-ish. No. No, 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 no. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. Perfect. So, couple of things we are going to need from here. Number one, we are going to want a forge or two. Number two, we're just gonna need gold ignits for that. Do we need to process the gold down into anything further? I think it's just gold ignits, right? We can process it into insulation layer. Okay. Do I want to do that off the same gold node, or do we want to do that off a different gold node? Becomes the question. I don't know becomes the answer. Okay. And then we want to go from there to there. From there to there. Do we want to... Ooh. Hold up a minute. Maybe we move this a little closer so we can put one behind it. It's not a bad idea. It's not a great idea, but it's not a bad idea. Okay. So we put this one like here. So we can then go boop. Ba-da-doop. Yeah. And then we can see about putting another one behind it. I'd like to go a little bit further behind it, but I kind of want to be on the ground behind it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I have a thought. I have a thought. I have a thought. If I do that, and we wait till you level out the ground, can I then erase you? Cool. Sift you further back. Have you level out the ground? Yeah. Erase you after you level out the ground. See what I'm doing here? Yeah, yeah, I've done this before. I've pulled this stunt before. It's the easiest way I know to level out the ground before you get the steamroller. Right? And then level out the ground that way. Yeah! Yeah! That could work. And then here's the thing, for carbon or graphite, we're gonna need like all 4 of these, and we're gonna need them all refined out of the same graphite. So like we could use this graphite node, we could put 4 miners on it. We could refine them all and stick them into the same warehouse, like right here. Or like right there. Something to that effect. That's basalt. Is that iron? That do be iron. Phosphate. What do we need phosphate for? I'm not sure. Fertilizer? I feel like it's used for something else. Ah! Yeah, catalytic converters. Okay. Huh. Okay. Here's what we do. We take this cleanly, please. Please. I asked nice. Thanks. No. There we go. We take that nice and clean into there. And that'll save up some phosphate. It's not going to be processed. We're just going to do regular phosphate right now because that's just going to be a level 1, and we'll take that into a level 2 in a minute. I think I want to do another warehouse right next to it, actually. Okay. For you guys. Right? Is it just 4 items that we're gonna need? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's just 4 items that we're gonna need. Okay, yeah. I mean, we don't have the carbon refiner unlocked yet, but we'll get that we'll get it unlocked there. We might do just like a 5th one just to refine, just for straight carbon. In case we need it. I'm not saying we will, I'm not saying we won't, just in case. And then that can all go like into these guys, into like 4, 5, 1, and 2. Right? Yeah, into like 4, 5, 1, and 2. And then we can take this into 3. Here's the thing. This is a rocks deposit, right? So here's the thing with a rocks deposit. I can actually do this. No. Thank you. And then we can take a refiner. That's not an 8. That's an 8. Thank you. On 8. Thank you. I hate how not clean that is. Okay. But oh well. We'll deal with it. And then into there. And then we do a number 9. And then we take a number 3. From here to there. And we say refine this into fertilizer. It didn't come to play in the last island, but I don't know. Maybe it comes into play in this one. In the last, it didn't come into play in the last planet we went to, but I don't know. Maybe it comes into play in this one. You got me. I don't know. All right, George. Thank you. Give me number 5. Yeah. I hear you. All right. I'm going back inside. Thank you. Do I die first, or do you let me get inside first? Thank you. All right, cool. And then we'd have to put number 8 right here, more or less. Number 9. I'd feel more comfortable with it a little further away, just because 1 and 2 are right there. But that's whatever. So Why? Why did you suddenly build a refinery? But okay, there we go. And then I don't know if we're gonna need it, but we'll start building sulfuric acid. I don't know if we're gonna need it, but we'll start it. Let's make sure we start offloading. I know we're running a little slow because I'm low on power. That's okay. Alright, so we are offloading. And we are unloading? Yep! Okay. It's working. We're good. Okay. As long as it's working and we're good, I'm fine. I'm not gonna fuss. Okay. Alright. Cool. So. That gets us... What do we got going? We have copper and gold bars going. We now have phosphorus and, well, we don't have graphene started. But we do. We've got it mining at least. That's better than nothing. I think in order to unlock the rest of it, we're going to need this guy going. So let's start working on getting the stuff we need for the sensor arrays. Sensor arrays, we need gold wire, right? Brains. Okay. We need microscopes, which we need sensor arrays for. For that, we need gold wiring. For that, we need rubber and gold ignits. Okay. So. All right. Here we go. All right. You know what we're doing. We are setting up for, you guessed it, more rubber production. Right now, everything on this island is running kind of slow, and that's largely just because we need more power on this island. We're powering this entire island with just one solar power right now. So that's that we need more power on this island. Like, I'm not even going to question that. We need more power on this island. Alright, so let's say 1, 2. Okay. Get me a number 4 on both of those, please. All right. Rubber belts. Regular old rubber. Regular old rubber. All right, cool. Now, let's talk getting a little more power going. Because the aforementioned power issue is going to continue to be a problem. There we go. There we go. That's a lot better. A lot better. So then, next up, we are going to have to start with gold wiring. Yeah, I know.
Did you know you're gonna cook in seconds out here? Did you know it's hot out here and you are going to bake?
Yep. Did you know that I am very well aware that it is hot out here and that I am going to bake? There we go. And George, here we go. All right. Now, let's talk production, please. Seriously? Okay. Here we go. So, we are going to need gold wire, plated conductors. So we're going to have to split the gold ignits. Probably also going to have to split... gold ignits are going to be 3. Seriously? Oh, it's better off if we just do another, if we just tap another gold for insulated layers. We'll do that in a minute. Right? Because I can just like grab another gold deposit from here and tap that for insulated layer. Okay. So one is going to need a splitter. Right. And then we are going to need gold and rubber. And I don't think we're going to need anything. Okay. So, let's go from here to here, and here to here. And, oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate how messy that is. Actually, you know what? No. Keep it. Keep it. I have a plan B. Thank you. Thank you. Come here. Fold nicely. Go nicely. Go nicely. Okay, no, not that way. Perfect. Okay, much better. I don't like that. Can we alt that? Perfect. Okay. So close to doing exactly what I want. And then we just don't get there. And it frustrates and it annoys. Let's do this first. Let's connect that in there so that you don't feel tempted, my dear, to connect to one I don't need you to. There we go. Not exactly the way I was expecting you to connect, but good enough. I'll take it. And you're both going the wrong way. Okay, come here. No. All right. Much better. All right. And then rubber is on 5. Right. No. Not quite. All right. Fine. I'll take it. Okay. And then this is gold wire. And then this is plated connectors. Okay, cool. Whew. All right. 2 of our first big issues done. We have, those are done on 2 different islands. We're good to go. I mean, we could use like a buffer of circuit boards because y'all know we's running low on circuit boards. But that's because we have circuit boards dedicated on 2 different islands, right? We have circuit boards dedicated to making computers on 2 different islands because your girl do be struggling for that. But okay. I have antennas being made on a different island. We have filters on a different island. We're good. We have rotors on a different island. On 2 different islands, we're good. We have computers. I'm not worried about controllers. We don't really need that. We just got gold wire. We just got plated connectors. I'm not gonna... We might need to worry about making sensor arrays. I'm not gonna lie. We might need to worry about making sensor arrays. But I'm not gonna fuss over them yet. We really didn't need to automate them on Marina, so I don't think we're gonna need them here. I don't know. We've got hydraulic pistons, we're good. I don't have what we need yet for catalytic converters. We're gonna have to deal with that. I don't have what we need yet to make gear assemblies, so we can't do fast rotors. Okay. So, nutshelling it, that's as far as we can go until we can make sensor arrays and microscopes. Which we should be ready to do right about now, if I were to hazard a guess. So for microscopes, we need 2 sensor arrays. For sensor arrays, we need 5 gold wire? Alright. Well, no, we just need 2 sensor arrays, right? So let's make 4 sensor arrays, because I think we need 2 microscopes to build what we need to do, and then I think we need another 2 sensor arrays to do what we need to do, right? Alright. Let's have it yell at me that it's too hot out here, that I shouldn't be out here. It's insanely hot out here. Are you mad, woman? Why are you wandering about? Mostly because I need to go over here to get food. And then I need to turn said food into actual food. Is mostly why. Thank you. And then I actually need to eat said food. Now, for our next trick, We also need 2 more sensor arrays. So, not a problem. We can do 2 sensor arrays. Okay. Now, if I remember properly, this guy is big with a capital B. He is big. So I'd rather him not be inside the base. I'd rather him be outside. And we can just boop. Let's analyze the sulfur ore. Thank you. Appreciate ya. We just need 30 graphene, which if I send out George, we should be able to just grab from there. George can analyze from there. Thank you. And then we can just stick that back in there. Cool. Thanks. And then oh. How did I not grab 50? If that's not enough, I don't know what you want. Thank you. All right. Here, you can hang on to that. Appreciate you. All right. And then we need osmium ore for that. We can't, I mean, I could do the phosphorus, but we can't yet. And I can't do any of those yet. Okay, cool. Here, hold on to that. Cool, thanks. All right. So that helps us out with unlocking like a lot of stuff, right? That gets us the carbon refiner. I needed that. Right? Oh, did we ever need the high capacity O2 tank? Cooling module. Needed that. Okay. Ooh. Yes, please. Okay. So, this is where oh, we already used I forgot I had plans for 4 and 5. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Oh, guys, I might have screwed up. I forgot I had plans for 4 and 5. Okay. Okay. Okay, we run it back. We fix this. I can do this. I can fix this. It's not a problem. It's not even close to a problem. Here's what we do. Not enough circuit boards. Okay, cool. Cool. I can fix that. We all know I can fix that. Not even close to a problem. We can fix that. Okay. Okay. Wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong button. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We run this back. We fix this. We fix this. We fix this. I can fix this. I can fix this. Here we go. We put this right here. We chained these to go. Oh, I really liked them going that way though. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't like that they're sinking into the ground if I do that, which means I've got to be out here to do this. Because if I'm out here, they won't sink into the ground. I mean, at least it's night, so it won't, like, bug me. Alright, 1... 2, 3, 4. Alright, good enough. Alright, I go back in before daybreak hits and it's like, ah, you're too warm out here. Fine, whatever. Okay. All right. There we go. Something to that effect. Okay, so here's what we are going to do. These are all going to take refiners. Which is going to be annoying as all get out. But alright. I hate that, but here we go. Ah, okay. I can't because I'm out of range. Cool. Alright, perfect. And then we're gonna go 4. Go under the machines wherever possible, just so that I don't confuse belt with belt. To there. Okay. 4, please. Thank you. Not quite, but very close. Something to that effect. There we go. There we are. And then we go from there to there. Cool. And then you're going to say... Oh, right. This is the wrong refiner. Sorry. My fault. Whoopsie doopsies. Hang on. My fault. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I put up the wrong refiner. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. We gotta run it back real quick. Real quick. We gotta run it back real quick. Give me a quick second. We gotta run this back real quick. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's all gotta be in the same kind of setup, but like, we just gotta run that back real fast. Okay. And then we go from there to there. And then we go from there to there, and then we go from there to there. And then we go from there to there. Cool. And then... Cool. And then we go from the refiner to the water on each of them. And then we go to there on each of them. Assuming we got connected in on each of them. Yeah? Something to that effect? Okay. Alright. Cool. So that means we have graphite rods, we have advanced filters, we have wires, and now we have fibers. Yes. Fibers, wires, filters, and rods. There! Alright. Graphite is rolling. Okay, cool. Quick thing that I would like to do. Can we swap that for that? And then say, not enough yet. Okay, cool. Come on. Yes. That should hopefully speed up belt production a little bit. Because belt production is the one that we're really struggling for, like, all of the time. Right? Like, all the time we are struggling for belt production. Okay. How are we doing for power on this island? It looks like we are once again struggling for power. Yes, yeah. Okay. Okay. That should help the situation a little bit better. Okie dokie. It's still not providing enough water, but I feel like that's probably because we're at a point where it's like, oh, you need more water to provide enough for the carbon filters because you need the T2 water filter for that one. You know? It's kind of what I feel like it's talking about at this point. Is like, you need the T2 water filter. You only have the T1. At least I'm assuming we only have the T1. Yep. We only have the T1. Alright. So, still saying our next threat is a high impact in over an hour. Not saying exactly what over an hour means, just that it's over an hour. Is it possible it's glitched out because it's aiming at the center island and it's been like, oh no, that's a safe island, you're not allowed to hit that? Or is it possible that they're just not gonna make it hit? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing there. Because, like, it's been saying the next threat is a high impact that's going to hit my safe island in over an hour for, like, almost 4 hours now? Around 3.5 hours now? Considering this is, like, where we ended yesterday. And it's been almost 3 hours today, so I don't know. And the countdown isn't going down. Well, okay, maybe it is if I were to say, build you in here. Do you give me anything more concrete? Nope. Absolutely not, no. Okay. If I were to say, build this little guy, does this give me something more concrete? No, but these islands do look a lot more pixelated on this screen than they do on any of the other screens, which I find interesting. For some reason, the islands are a lot more pixelated on this screen than they were on any of the others. Also, this one's nuclear. Don't know why. But that one's nuclear. Interesting. Okay. Brains. Work with me. Okay. So, we have... I kind of just want to store up to upgrade the new belts is kind of what I want to do, but it's not smart to just sort of sit around and wait for these guys, right? Like, it's not smart to just sort of wait around for this guy. Just so that we can upgrade and move on. I say as I immediately start upgrading all the things. I'm like, it's not smart to just sit around and wait for upgrades, and then I immediately start upgrading. Okay, let's take a look at what it would take to build the cooling fan. I have it, right? Let's build a cooling module. I'm gonna need that so I can walk around without death. Oh boy. Right. Where the flying fish did my air tanks go? I had 2 air tanks on and a sprint up, and it's all gone. And I don't know where they went. And I am now very sad. And mildly enraged. But you know, that's fine, right? I don't think we tapped a quartz mine here. No, we did not. I was gonna be like, why don't I just go ahead and like get some quartz from my quartz mine, but I don't think we actually tapped a quartz mine here. Oh, I am so mad. I am so mad at that. That sulfur ore. Found diamond ore. Found a way to glitch out the map. Is that osmium? Well, flying fluffernutters, we found osmium. No wonder my oxygen has been running so low. Okay. Where the fish did my oxygen tanks go? Okay. Okay, you know what? Nope, that's fine. That's fine. That is, you might think that is a massive setback and that I am very upset about that. And you would be right. You would be very right about that. That is a very massive setback and I am kind of upset about that. But, you know what? Here we are. But hey, there we go. We're back. We needed to make a couple of high capacity O2 tanks anyway, right? Okay. So. I would like 2 more quartz, please. I would also like some cobalt. if we could get some of that. Why did you do that? But no, really, why did you do that? That's copper. There we go. Quartz would be nice. That's osmium. Okay. There we go. Quartz. It's copper. I don't want to go down there myself. I'll send George. That's more gold ore. We knew about that. That's copper ore. That's cobalt. I wanted some of that. Can we reach that far out? No, you're not gonna let me. Okay. Well, you know. Can't blame a girl for trying. Is that osmium ore, like, literally right behind here? I don't know, but that's definitely cobalt. That's an osmium ore. I thought we were going to have to go to a different island to find osmium. Ooh. 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 This is very exciting. I don't have to go to a different island entirely. Okay, cool. So then I can make another O2 tank. And then hopefully we should have enough to make a battery. No, because I think we need 3 cobalt ore to make 1 battery. And we're going to need 3 batteries. So we need 3 more cobalt ore. Okay. But I can at least make a high capacity O2 tank, which is nice. Okay. Which is good, because then I can stick an O2 tank on. And then that'll give me 500 air. Which is good. Cobalt. Thank you. I need 2 more cobalt, and then we can upgrade. Ah. Hang on. That's 1, and I'm pretty sure that's 2. That's osmium. That's copper. That's still osmium. That is all too far out of range. That is all too far out of range. Okay. So interesting. So we do have osmium ore on this planet, or on this island. I didn't think we were going to have osmium on this island. Ah, there's the less cobalt that I needed. Thank you. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Okay. That'll get my battery up. And there we go. Now I can get my sprint going. Thank you. Don't know what happened to my sprint up or my high capacity oxygen tanks. But okay. That's it's not disappointing. Don't know what you're talking about. I'm perfectly fine with this. Not frustrated, not upset. Okay. So, now I can actually walk around out there without, like, dying. Right? Like, now I can wander around out there without death. And now I actually have a decent amount of oxygen again. Okay. Cool. Cool. That's good. That's good. So, like, here's the thing. It's that one, right? It should be on the map now that I found it. Yeah. Alright, so, like, here's the thing. Now that we've found it, we can go and put a thing on there. Real fast. Yeah, I guess it always did talk, because it told me about this gold deposit. So I guess it just wasn't scanning for the osmium ore before. Quick question, mostly for this guy back here. Alright, we need 100 osmium ore, but also 100 osmium ignits. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of both for the next unlock. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot for the next unlock. Okay. Oh boy. Right, we needed to work on insulation layers. And I'm not sure how I wanted to do that yet. Okay, look. We have copper, cobalt, gold out here. We also have osmium, gold, and quartz out here. Can we get kind of a look at how this looks? Yeah? Alright. Okay. That's the plan. Right there. We put, you guessed it, another warehouse back there. Right? We set up, you know what? If there is more, what sits back there? Not coal. Graphite? I think it's graphite. There's more graphite back there. As well. That might play in my favor. Honestly, it might play in my favor to tap another graphite node anyway. Because remember how much we were struggling for reinforced frames and graphite and all that on on Marina? It might play to my favor if we tap another graphite node. Or two. Like that might play to my favor. I don't know. I don't know. So here's what I'm thinking as far as do we continue playing this game or not? Right? I'm thinking it may depend on whether or not I can get the model software running this weekend. If I can get my model software running this weekend, maybe I'll give it one more week of playing this game, assuming I have the model software running. See how it works, see if I'm enjoying it a little bit better, see if things go a little bit better for me, see if it plays a little bit better, if people are a little bit more interested in it if they see the model software running, you know? Because I know it's a little bit boring without actually seeing my reactions because I don't have my model software running right now because I can't because life imploded. So that's always fun. But like, so I'm thinking if I get the model software running this weekend, we'll try another week with this game. If I don't, then that might be it for this one. I might be done with this one for a little while. We'll probably revisit it after it comes out of early access. Right? Like after it comes out of early access, we'll see about revisiting. Okay. Is that what I want? I think it's a little off. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and then we want number 7 for no good reason other than I can. Did I just put that up backwards? Yep. Why did you do that? No, no, no. Really, game. Why? 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 Why did you do that? What made you think that was a good idea? Oh well. I'm carrying a lot on me. We only need 100, right? Let's go back up to the forge. George, access the forge. There. Perfect. So we need 100 of each, but we only need 100, right? Yeah, I currently have 102. Woo! To get the next unlock. That's all we need. We're also running at 31% power. Question, do we have... No, all we really have is the battery, which, I mean, the battery's nice. It stores up electrical energy and just, like, holds it overnight, is about it. But, like, it kind of gets redundant real fast. So I don't really see a point. Oh, that requires insulation. I didn't set up the insulation layer. That was going to be my next run, was setting up the insulation layer. And I didn't do that. Why didn't I do that? I don't know. Are they requesting once again that I set up a reinforced compartment? Is that another one of my tasks? Yep. Establish a research base in the hottest region of the planet, a reinforced compartment with 5 data centers. Yep. Exactly the same as last time. Exactly the same. Like 100% exactly the same. See, that's what frustrates me. Is it's like, that's nice, but you're not... At this point, every single planet is just the same thing with a different skin. Marina was just, hey, don't drown. This is just Marina again, but instead of, hey, don't drown, it's, hey, don't walk off the edge. I don't know. I don't know. I guess this one does have radiation. Marina did not have radiation. Like Ocean World or whatever did not have radiation. This one does have radiation. Radiation's cleansed 0%, right? So you do get to clear radiation in this one. That's different, right? But it's just like, fertilize the region, regulate the climate, irradiate even one island. Just irradiate one island. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, look. is not what I said to do. Alright. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that so much. Okay. Did I put that up right? Better, I guess. Okay. I have a question for, unfortunately, main menu. So, we're supposed to have a strange signal on this planet. This one is not available yet, but it's supposed to be basically lava. This one sounds like there's a old base to explore. Sounds like. Okay, but like when I read this one, I was expecting, since it was like, oh, it's a mostly gas planet, I was expecting the issue with this one to be like extract gas from the planet. And instead it's, oh no, it's asteroids. Just send up a rocket to get rid of asteroids. And we know that the issue with this one was it's covered with oceans and it's got a moon that's circulating a little too close. You've got to deviate the moon to stop the things from being a problem, to stop the waves from being a problem, right? So that was send up a rocket to fix the problem. So I mean, this sounds like, hey, there'll be like an abandoned like base for you to look at, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it's worth it. And this is like, ooh, there's a strange signal to investigate, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Not sure if it's worth it. You know what I mean? Anyway, for now, I'm gonna probably call stream just a little bit early. I know it's a little early for me, and I know I'm reloading into the game, and I'm thinking I'm probably gonna call it a little early, but I'm probably gonna call stream here. Just, I didn't lose any progress. I'm just gonna check. Nope. Everything's saved. I'm probably just gonna call it here for today. I'm gonna go do some work on trying to get everything working for stream next week. I am live every Wednesday to Sunday, somewhere around 10 a.m. Eastern or New York time, whichever's easiest for you to Google. Hopefully, crossing my fingers, hopefully, we will have a brand new model for next week. I hope. Oh, good heavens, I hope. I've been working real hard on that. I promise I have. But we'll see. Hopefully, should all go well, I will have a new model to premiere next week. It might even be one that I made myself. Like, brand new, complete OC with her own backstory and everything that I have custom written for this character, and it's insane. But we'll see. We'll see what I can do. That's all hopefully next week, if I can get everything working. At this point, I'm not sure if we're continuing Eden Crafters or not. At this point, the gameplay is just getting really repetitive. Just like really, 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 really repetitive. And the question is how interested are you in watching me do the same thing on the same planets over and over and over? Because, like, okay, yeah, sure, each planet has its own disaster to solve. That's great. But if solving each disaster is just going to be, okay, you found disaster, send up rocket, done. How interested are we in watching that? I don't know. I'm like, there's the whole slight variation of, well, this one does have radiation to cleanse. Maybe the next one will have, I don't know, a flooded area to drain. Maybe the next one will have something else that has to be done. I don't know. But maybe they all have just like one small variation done, but it's like, is it worth it just because, well, okay, so you fertilized the area. So you fertilized the area and regulated the climate. Now you've fertilized the area and regulated the climate. Now you've got to clean radiation on top of both of those. Well, now you've got to fertilize, regulate the climate, cleanse the radiation, and now you get to clear out some gas. You know, is it worth it for just one added wrinkle? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to take a look into it. I was gonna try and play this one without spoilers, but at this point, it might be time for me to look at the wiki or take a quick peek at the other two planets and see what's going on. And see if I feel like it's even worth it to continue on at this point. And if it's not, if I feel like it's not, then maybe we consider doing something else. I have the kindergarten games to go through. I got a couple of other games for a birthiversary. Our birthdays, our anniversary, it was a whole thing a couple of weeks ago. To be middle of July, it was the whole thing. But for that particular holiday that he and I celebrated, I got a couple of other games, so we might do that. I got myself the kindergarten series, kindergarten 1, 2, and 3. I got myself that. I am mostly kind of familiar with it, but not like super familiar. Like, I haven't played them myself, but I've watched a lot of playthroughs of those. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we won't. I don't know. I was interested in doing Eden Crafters because I figured it was going to be a long play, but if it's going to be a repetitive long play, that might not be worth it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to take a peekies. Anyway, I will be back on Wednesday. You guys have a great day. Bye, everyone.